They're Chinese brands like BYD, Li Auto, Xpeng, and Zeekr, making sleek-looking cars that are high-tech and affordable.
As the global leader in electric vehicles, China's forward-thinking electric vehicle industry continues to set new standards and inspire innovation worldwide. While various EV businesses have attempted to make battery swapping, a charging option a reality, they have mainly failed, except in China. But a recent event showed a Chinese EV dropping its entire battery pack while driving down the road. A question to ask, can we really trust China's EV? Welcome to Evolutionary. Join us as we are going to tell you about China's battery swap and its current issue. China battery swap history. A year ago, Tesla criticized the alternate option of electric car battery swapping as riddled with problems and not suitable for wide-scale use. But it seems Beijing appears to disagree. In reality, China is pushing hard for swappable batteries for EVs as an alternative to standard vehicle charging, with the government supporting many companies that are advancing the technology. 4 automakers, like NIO and Geely, battery swap developer Alton, and state-owned oil producer Sinopec, have announced plans to build 24,000 swap stations around the country by 2025, with 1,400 currently today. Rather than putting the car into a charging station, battery switching allows drivers to easily exchange depleted packs with fully charged ones. Swapping could help alleviate the demands exerted on power networks as millions of drivers charge up. But experts warn that it will only take off in a large way if batteries become industry-wide standards. If China is successful in making swapping popular on a large scale, the shift could jeopardize the business models of global brands such as Tesla, Volkswagen, and General Motors, whose EVs are designed for and powered by proprietary batteries, and, in Tesla's case, its own charging network. Even little changes in the country's fortunes can have major results for these automakers, whose fates are dependent on success in the world's largest automotive market. Stepping up the game. In China, MII released the global auto industry's first standards for swapping technology last year. They went into effect in November, specifying safety requirements, test methods, and inspection rules for EVs with swappable batteries. By 2023, the ministry hopes to have more than 100,000 battery swappable vehicles and 1,000 swap stations in 11 locations. Stations in larger cities would accept both passenger and commercial vehicles, while stations in distant provincial cities would focus on electric heavy-duty trucks. However, a big issue for China's objectives is whether enough carmakers embrace standardized batteries, a barrier that has hampered earlier attempts at battery switching. There is still a long way to go. Even NIO's swapping option uses the company's own batteries, limiting the service to persons driving NIO cars equipped with the company's proprietary batteries. CATL, which collaborated with NIO to build swappable batteries, has recruited China's FAW Motor as the first customer for its new Evogo battery swapping service, which it plans to expand to other Chinese automakers. According to a person close to the company who declined to be named owing to commercial sensitivities, CATL wants domestic companies to accept its standard battery design so that its stations can service models from many brands, and it expects more automakers to adopt its standardized designs. According to Tulo, managing director of Sino Auto Insights, the company is the biggest game in town for EV batteries. They can offer a large footprint for swapping stations and a low cost to use those stations, he explained. Meanwhile, Alton New Energy Automotive Technology has announced that it is collaborating with manufacturers to produce standardized batteries, and with Sinopec to install stations at 30,000 Sinopec gas stations in China by 2030. Swappable battery incident. While some Chinese EV companies have had some success, there is a new incident that shows an EV was seen losing its battery pack on the road in China. The vehicle appears to be a Chow Chow 60, an electric vehicle built for Chow Chow Auto's ride-hailing. Chow Chow Auto is a Geely company, which also owns other brands like Volvo and Polestar. The company launched earlier this year, and it designed the Chow Chow 60 to have a swappable battery pack in order to limit charging time and make sure to optimize the time the vehicles could actively participate in the ride-hailing service. According to Car News China, drivers in Chow Chow's rideshare program can purchase the EV for 119,800 yuan, which is equivalent to $17,500. While driving on the second ring road in Chengdu, Sichuan province, a Chow Chow 60 was spotted dropping its entire battery pack. It's unclear if it had recently performed a battery swap. Based on the video, it looks like the car was able to roll another 20 feet or so before stopping after dropping the pack. Geely had previously claimed that the Chow Chow 60 could perform a battery swap in less than 60 seconds, or about 3 times faster than a Neo. That's a comparably fast time compared to having to fully charge the car. Why are Chinese cars still good? Even though there are incidents like this, there are still things that make Chinese cars compete with other automakers, like from Europe or the US. BYD, a Shenzhen-based business whose name stands for Build Your Dreams, and which is backed by US investor Warren Buffett, has surpassed Tesla as the world's largest seller of electric vehicles, including hybrids. The Seagull, a subcompact hatchback launched by BYD at the Shanghai Car Show, is the world's cheapest EV, costing only $11,000, compared to $25,000 for a Toyota bZ4X and $40,000 for Tesla's best-selling Model Y. Tesla CEO Elon Musk, who chuckled when questioned about BYD competitiveness in a 2011 interview with Bloomberg, now claims his feelings about the firm has shifted. That was many years ago. He tweeted in May, "Their cars are highly competitive these days." Other auto CEOs in the United States concur. According to a transcript, when it comes to EVs, we see the Chinese as the main competitor, not GM or Toyota. Ford Motor CEO Jim Farley stated at Morgan Stanley's Sustainable Finance Summit in May. Ford said in February that it would employ technology from Chinese battery manufacturer CATL at its planned $3.5 billion EV battery plant in Michigan, a move that drew criticism from certain U.S. politicians. China is by far the global leader in the production of EV batteries, which it can achieve at a lower cost due to its monopoly on the supply chain and raw materials such as lithium and cobalt. Government support. With all the considerations that exist, EV in China also gets support from the government. The Chinese government has introduced subsidy programs and stressed the construction of a nationwide charging network in an effort to assist the local development of electric vehicles. However, unlike in the United States, the majority of automobiles in China do not have fixed parking places, making it impossible for many drivers to have regular access to battery charging facilities. As a result, China believes that range extension solutions, such as those offered by the startup, will be the greatest option for China in the next 5 to 10 years. The Li 1 SUV from Li Auto includes a fuel tank for charging the battery while on the run. Finally, many Chinese drivers are opting for electric vehicles due to favorable government policy, such as initiatives that make it significantly easier and less expensive to obtain license plates for electric vehicles. Because of attempts to minimize traffic and pollution in Chinese cities, residents frequently have to wait years to purchase pricey registration plates for gasoline-powered vehicles. After knowing all of these, do you have doubts on China's EVs? Or do you still support their innovation? Comment on the section below what your thoughts are. Don't forget to give a like and subscribe for more EVs updates.